This is Sunset Overdrive. We're on Xbox Series X. The game got a bit of a boost in regards to the resolution quality, and it's got a more stable frame rate, even though it was very smooth beforehand. But every single section runs beautifully and smoothly in this one at this point. And the biggest change is the auto HDR support, which really does help make the colors and the vibrancy of the world just kind of pop a little bit more. I mean, it lends itself to this style of game almost perfectly in regards to, like, you know, just the art style and everything that's present here. So this is Insomniac's gem. It truly is just such an awesome, wonderful experience. I loved this early in the generation. I got to review it. It was one of the first kind of games I reviewed working with, like, Microsoft back in the day. And yeah, so it's just sort of this insanely wacky, free-flowing, grinding, shooting, sort of intense, story-driven game with action and kind of zombie-like creatures, and yeah, it's nuts. This game is just absolutely crazy in terms of the mayhem and the action that's at play here. We got a lot of creatures. Jeez, we are having some absolute wild times here. So I've finished the game, obviously, and now it's just kind of a free-flowing city with bad guys and OD, and it's wild. It's nuts. So yeah, basically what happened for the energy drink, which I actually have real versions. I still think I have a full version of Overdrive, like the drink, that kind of mutated all these people sitting here in real life. I actually have a video where I drank one of them and show that off because it was a cool thing. Anyways, this game is fantastic. It was criminally underplayed and underrated, and now we'll never get a sequel because Insomniac's at PlayStation, and now PlayStation owns the rights to it, but I think Microsoft has the publishing rights to the first one, so yeah, that's the situation. I mean, they're busy doing Spider-Man nowadays, but I always think one of the biggest mistakes Xbox made over this last gen was not getting a sequel off the ground here, because, I mean, this game's kind of amazing, and I think if they would have pushed it a little bit further, we would have had like a really stellar follow-up. Anyways, you get this large kind of open world to explore, lots of things to shoot, there's an engaging story, unique, hilarious characters, it's over the top. It's pretty, like, adult in nature in terms of, like, some of the dialogue, but it's just, like, silly, cheesy things. And I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of adjustments in regards to, like, the settings for how certain things are displayed to make this a lot more friendly of an experience. But yeah, this game is just nuts. Absolutely just a pleasurable time. And it has a cool multiplayer, but I don't think you can find anybody, so we're not really going to dive into that today. But yeah, it was a cool kind of competitive multiplayer where you're sort of competing to do wild things, and there's lots of explosions and crazy mayhem. And yeah, like the rest of the game, it was absolutely nuts. And I just love it. Like, it's so cool, it's so neat, it's wacky, it's weird, it's colorful, it's vibrant, it's over the top, you're doing all these crazy things, you're moving throughout the city, it just kind of flows beautifully well together, and it looks stellar. At the same time, it does have some, like, little jaggedy edges and stuff here or there, but you won't even notice it. The biggest thing you'll notice, really, is some of the open world sort of, I guess you could say, like, pop-in and/or loading, but that's kind of expected just due to the limitations of the fact that this was for, you know, the OG console at the time, so you kind of get what you get. There's also 2 DLC thingies for it. Those were fun, so I mean, if you never played them, maybe now's the time to get in here and take a look at what those have to maybe offer, because there's like Moo Oil Rig, and then there's one with like the Terminator thing. I don't think they were the best of DLC packs. They weren't too long, but they gave you some new areas and some new things to do, which were kind of fun, and I mean, that's really what you want. It's something different to do, but tons of collectibles to gather that I'm still, to this day, you know, I still got like, oh crap, ooh, like, what is it, 100 something of those, and I gotta get shoes, and yeah, so you can also do like modifications on weapons and get some wacky weapons. Like, we look here, I got like the Teddy, it shoots like teddy bears and stuff, and there's high adrenaline music and action and cool abilities, and you sort of gain more stuff as you go around the city trying to, I don't know, save it and save all the different factions. There's weird little groups. Some of them are like, I guess one of them's like a night group and stuff, and you get to customize your character, do all these wacky designs. It's just strange and over the top, and just one bizarre game. They also used to do this cool like show in the game, and I don't know if it's still available to watch, but it was like you know, today and whatever, and yeah, kind of went over updates and all that. It was just kind of funny because it was like this cheesy in-game show thing, because Xbox was big on the, you know, the whole TV aspect back then, and yeah, it was just, it was a real treat. I really did love this game. Is there something up there? Honestly, not sure if there's something up there or not. But yeah, it was just quite a gem in the library. And again, you know, things might have been really different gaming-wise if Insomniac would have maybe worked on the sequel here instead of, like, you know, going to do more like solo stuff over the years. I think that would have been really interesting to consider, just how certain aspects of like what they do nowadays would have maybe changed. You know, they might not have actually ever worked on Spider-Man, which would have been interesting, but then we wouldn't have had Spider-Man, and that game is a gem. And I'm sorry I've talked about that one a lot, but it's really good, and it's totally not similar, but, you know, it definitely feels on brand with the whole, well, it's Insomniac making it, but you get what I'm saying in terms of the games. They're comparable enough. So I do want to kind of move through the city a bit more and show off some of the open world aspects of it, just so you get an idea of it. I also really like to go to the beach area because it's got like the coolest sort of designs in regards to like the structures and stuff like that. But yeah, you just get like this large city where you're sort of blasting and smashing and doing stuff, and I don't know why. Well, I mean, I guess I delayed it because I really wanted to show this a lot sooner. I sort of delayed this one because I had just done it on the One X not too long ago as like a throwback thing before, you know, the new console came out. But yeah, it's just, it's a treat. It really is a good time. Where am I actually on this island area? Like by an overpass section? I'm trying to find the beach, but I feel like I'm in totally the wrong section to do so. Oh, it's over there. Okay. We just gotta go over there. Oh, look at the big explosions. But like all the stuff going on here, kind of nuts, right? Like, it's a crazy kind of game. There is some free flowing action, lots of locations, and you can go through it like blistering fast pace. It was just the coolest thing. I also think I have like a shirt, like a long sleeve. I don't like wearing a long sleeve, but I've got like a long sleeve shirt from this game, and you know, the branding and everything like that was on top. I just wish it had maybe come out a little bit later in the generation when more people had the console, because this should have been a smash hit. I know not everybody loved it, but this game is just really spectacular. It really is. I found it so hilarious. Oh, I didn't get that sign? When it came out, I was just like, this is absolutely fun. It's just weird, it's wacky, and the movement and stuff, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's just like criminal how this didn't get as much love as it really, really should have, because this game is just nuts. I mean, this area, you could go over there on the... Is that a... No, it's just a fizzy thing. Yeah, that's a very cool character, by the way, and I won't spoil things because I don't want to. But yeah, the story is just kind of like a wacky thing, meeting groups, doing stuff, living to the max, figuring out what you sort of fall into in this weird society. I mean, I got a cool scarf, you know, a weird, wacky character. Fits in the whole colorful, vibrant sort of thing that I'm going with in regards to my character design. Just kind of fun. Ow. Yeah, but I think you could, like, kind of grind the rails. I don't know if I can find the right spot to do that. I don't know if these ones... There we go. So you kind of fly up around this area. I think there was, like, a boss battle or something here. It was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Just, like, the freedom and the sense of scale, too, because I went through that whole area over there. And it's just this large, open world sort of section that you can go to. I can't believe that guy knocked me off there. That kind of hurts my feelings. And then there's like a beach, and again, there's like a night faction, which is kind of fun. And different weird, quirky people that have somehow survived the crazy action of the night prior, because there's like a big concert, and, you know, Fizco and all that to launch their product. And yeah, things did not go well. I'm also genuinely curious if there was like more background story in this one. Like, I know the heart of it was this weird situation, you know, what was going on here. But I'm genuinely curious, was there, like, a plan to do more with it, like, story-wise? Because I think that'll always just kind of fascinate me. I don't know. I'm so disappointed because I love this game so much, and I know we'll never see more of it. and that's just kind of depressing almost. I don't know. Maybe in like 20 or 30 years or something like that, I'll get enough of a following and I'll be able to do like some kind of crazy flashback interview on, talking about this one in development. But then will people still be, they'll probably still be alive, some of them or something that worked on this. But yeah, you know what I mean? I really am genuinely curious about the legacy behind this, and if they were gonna, was more planned. I know they wanted to do a sequel. It was kind of on Microsoft to do that, and now it's just never gonna happen. But yeah, I just get fascinated by this one. Game development in general is kind of exciting if you hear about some of like the things behind the scenes and how stuff happens, but yeah, this game was just absolutely wild, and I thought they nailed so much of like the design for it and the style of the game. Yeah, it's one franchise that I really truly think if you did it again, you would really have something truly like special and a big hit. Oh, it's a bat thing. Oh, that's just terrible. We've been fighting a lot of weird creatures today in this one. Kind of excited about how that's turned out, actually. Just in regards to who we've like come across and that. Big explosions causing some mayhem. What's with all the packages today? I really don't see these too often. Seem to be dropping everywhere for me. But yeah, lots of cool achievements, lots of collectibles, lots of weird things you can do. Sunset Overdrive is just ridiculously awesome. So, play it, and I hope it's here for a long time from now. Can we actually kill that guy? Hello? You're weird, man. You're so weird. Yeah, big world, lots of hours of gameplay, lots of hours of intensity, and yeah, I mean, if you could play the multiplayer, that's kind of a fun mode too, quite honestly. Yeah, so I remember playing that, like, even pre-launch, I got into some, actually, did I miss the setting? I can't remember if I missed the sessions. There was, like, review sessions for this one, but I can't remember if I had to do, like, I was playing hockey at the time or something. It was a long time ago. Like, this came out like ages and ages and ages ago at this point, but yeah, it's still something I just really, really, really love, and I'm happy to have shown off a little bit of Sunset Overdrive and hopefully giving you an idea of, how it's looking and everything like that, and maybe showing you it for the first time so you get an idea of what it's like, and you can go back and check out this gem if you missed it, because you are definitely missing out on something remarkably awesome. Oh, look at the blimps and everything like that. Busy day in the sunset. Oh, jeez.